So a couple of days ago, the majority of my recapping 007 episodes all got struck by a content ID match. So what does that mean? Well, for you as the viewer, that really doesn't make any difference. All my episodes are still up and running for you to enjoy as they have always been. But for me, it means my episodes have now turned into money-making robots that give away all the profits to MGM Studios. And to be fair, they are the rightful owner of the clips that I use in these episodes, and ultimately money was never my main motivation for making these episodes anyway. But it was nice to get a little something in return for all the hours and hours of work that go into making each episode. Which reminds me, a lot of people have been asking me if I can show them how a recapping episode is made. So before I continue with this video, allow me to take you behind the scenes. Making a recapping episode all starts at stage 1, simply watching the movie. Although I've watched all of these films countless times, it's good to revisit them to have the entire film fresh in my mind again. I always make notes of the films that I'm gonna be covering, and usually I write down little personal scribbles of jokes that come to mind or things I definitely want to mention in the episode. So a lot of the jokes are born in this stage and end up making it to the final cut. And then I proceed to stage 2, the research and collecting of clips. Since I always start my episodes off with a little background information on the production, I start looking for some information that I find relevant to the review. This varies from looking up information on the internet or reading the James Bond archives and finding clips that I think I can use for the episode. And then it's on to stage 3, the scripting. This is one of the most time-consuming stages of the process that always takes me several days. I like to document what I'm doing in my days, and I also happen to document the time that I spent working on YouTube. Each of these red squares represents the days that I've been working on a YouTube project. Usually each of them is roughly 3 to 6 hours of work. In the script I write down my entire dialogue of an episode from beginning to end. So that's from the production info and every bit I want to say about all the scenes in the film to my ending verdict. Usually every episode ends up being roughly 5 pages long. Stage 4 is the voicing. Before I start an episode, I always record my dialogue first, and although an episode is roughly 25 minutes long, voicing it can take up to 5 hours as I want to try and get it right.
Christ, that's the third young Bond girl that our senior hero has sex with in this film so far, and he hasn't even done the main Bond girl yet. At this rate, Q may as well have issued him with some Viagra pills.
Stage 5, editing the clips in. There's another good 10 hours of work in the final stage, just editing in all the clips to match my dialogue. It results in a lot of cuts and layers. Sometimes I like to make silly edits to add to the joke as well. Of course they all have to be made beforehand in Photoshop or other programs to be edited in. And when an episode is fully completed, I usually just watch it back and edit out the mistakes or things I don't really like or think don't work. When I think it's done, I can start the rendering process and upload the episode to YouTube for you guys to enjoy. And then they will start giving a lot of money to the rightful owners. Now again, that's fine, but we're talking about a pretty time-consuming process. Essentially this channel is just a hobby of mine and I'm trying to keep my viewers happy by putting hours and hours of work into it. So some financial support was always nice to get. And now that that is pretty much gone, investing all these hours of free time into these projects only for others to profit from it, it just becomes kind of tough. I am extremely proud of the way things have been going for my channel since I decided to dedicate it to Bond content. And I really want to invest in its future and the motivation and the quality. So I tried to think of several solutions for this. Was I gonna put these recapping episodes on private and ask people to pay for them if they want to see them? Well, of course not. That would be harsh and quite unfair and wouldn't exactly do any good to my name. The channel tailored for Bond fans that pay up. Yeah, that's not gonna happen. So what else was there to do? Well, that's when I got introduced to Patreon, a website where fans can send monthly contributions to creators in return for some awesome rewards. And that's exactly what I did. If you happen to be one of the die-hard fans of my channel out there and you want to give a little back for all the hard work, then there are some really nice perks and rewards waiting for you in return. You can now join the DBF community on my Patreon page. Supporting my channel grants you access to all my latest videos 2 weeks before the regular viewers get to see it. Your name will also be included on the Supporter Hall of Fame, and you get to vote for the new content. And as a bonus for signing up, you will receive a personal thank you video from me, as well as these custom Blu-ray covers that I designed myself. These will all be received by email immediately, so you can pop them out of your printer and put them in empty Blu-ray covers to have your own DBF Blu-ray collection on your shelf. So, does this mean that from now on you have to pay for my content? Well, of course not. Nothing changes for all the viewers who simply can't miss any money and still want to watch my videos. I think it's unfair to give the regular viewers less than they normally got, so there won't be any differences there. They will still get to see all the recapping episodes and all the other stuff coming up in the future, but I do feel that those who want to give their support deserve some great rewards in return, so that's pretty much it. My Patreon page has now gone live and can be found in the descriptions from now on. I will be extremely grateful for all of those who want to give their support to the channel, because that will help you invest in the quality, the motivation and future of my channel, and that surely means a lot to me. I'm striving to make this channel original and filled with interesting content for all Bond fans to enjoy and make it more and more complete as I go. I sincerely hope my rewards will give something back for those who decide to help me with that mission. Also, if you have any suggestions about other rewards, let me know in the comments section below, as I'm extremely curious how you guys feel about all this. So here's to a lot more Bond content and a really bright future of the channel. I believe that together we can keep it going and make it a great place for all Bond fans. Thanks a lot for watching, guys.